guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video. Probably since like the beginning of quarantine. I have a lot of stuff recorded. I just don't like none of this shit look. So I ain't been posting nothing. But I am about to post a quick cooking video. I'm making some Cajun chicken Alfredo. So I just figured I would record it, and if I like how it look, then it'll get posted, and it'll be another cooking with Titty segment or whatever. So I'm not gonna make this intro too long. You already know what I'm about to do. So let's go ahead and get this video started. Hopefully this shit looks good. Hopefully it tastes good. Because if it don't, this video is never gonna see the light of day. Hopefully this shit sounds good. Because if it don't, this video is never gonna see the light of day. I'll put a timestamp in the description box as to when I start, so y'all can just skip right through that if y'all want to see me talking, and you know, regular comment, like, subscribe, all of that good shit. And yeah, no more talking, on to the video. Alright, so hey y'all, it's my first time doing a voiceover, so hopefully everything sounds okay, because I really don't want to have to redo this. So like I said, we're about to make some Cajun chicken Alfredo. So right now I'm just taking the chicken out of the pack, putting it into a bowl so I can go over to the sink and rinse it off. I don't really do no like in-depth washing. I kind of just rinse it off. I'm using chicken breast strips because they're the easiest to cook. So I'm just rinsing off my chicken really good in the sink. I'm gonna rinse it and drain it a couple times, and then we're gonna get to chopping it up. Like I said, I don't go too deep into washing my meat. I mean, I haven't gotten sick. Nobody that's eating my food has gotten sick. If you think it's nasty, then you don't have to come over here and eat. That's perfectly fine. But I do rinse it off because I do want to get all the you know, like the juice and the stuff that's just been sitting in the packaging. I want to get all of that off. And I'm gonna wash my hands real quick because I was touching the raw meat. So gonna wash my hands real quick. Not really sure why I kept it in. Guess I didn't want y'all to think that I was gross. Alright, so now I'm just chopping up the chicken. I didn't realize until I was editing that I had blocked out, you know, majority of the view. But literally all I'm doing is chopping it up into like bite-sized pieces. Sorry that it's going in and out of focus. And I'm just putting the pieces into a clean bowl so that I'll be able to season everything. But that's really all I'm doing here. It's not really too much to talk about, so let the clip play. And here I'm just showing y'all what the piece of the chicken is supposed to look like. Little bite-sized pieces. So now we're going to get on to seasoning. So first I use some Morton sea salt. It's my favorite salt to use. I absolutely love sea salt. And then we're going to use some black pepper. I'm going to sprinkle that right on in. Cover that chicken right on up. Next, I'm gonna use my garlic powder. I put that shit on everything. Like, it's basically a motherfucking staple. Nothing I cook doesn't get it. Next, I'm gonna use some ground mustard. I'm not exactly sure what ground mustard does, if it changes anything at all, but I use it on my chicken all the time. So, yeah. Now I'm gonna use some Saison. This is the one with for the poultry. I know we're supposed to be boycotting them, but I'm not, because I like the flavor and I like the color that it makes my food. I only use half a package. I didn't have to use a whole thing because I didn't have a lot of meat. And then I'm going to use the Louisiana Cajun seasoning. I have never used this seasoning before, but since I'm making Cajun pasta, I figured that I would use Cajun seasoning. And that shit was cheap. I didn't have to pay a lot for it. So yeah, sprinkle that right on in. And as y'all can see, my meat is very seasoned. I'm going to take my tongs and we're going to mix that all on up. We're not going to leave no piece unseasoned because I don't need y'all saying, oh, she white and she only, you know, be using salt and pepper. No, we're going to change the whole entire color of the meat, okay? It's going to be orange, okay? And every single piece of it is going to have some flavor to it. Alright, so this is my pasta water. Go ahead and start that boiling. Alright, don't judge my cast iron skillet, okay? I know it's all rusty and dusty looking, but she works, and I'm about to reseason her anyway. So please, please, like, keep your judgment to yourself, okay? So extra virgin olive oil. We're going to pour that into our skillet, and then we're also going to swirl that all around, completely coat the bottom of it. Like in a second, y'all not even gonna be able to see the rust. Y'all not even gonna realize that the rust was there. Like that's a figment of y'all imagination. Just hush. And then we're gonna throw some blue bonnet margarine up in there, okay? Listen, that's my favorite quotation mark butter. I know it ain't real butter, but I use that shit every damn day. So we're gonna pour that in there. And my skillet is on a medium, so it's on a 5. I'm gonna boost it up to a 6 before I start to cook the chicken. So yeah, now we're gonna pour the chicken in there and we're gonna let the chicken do what it do, okay? I'm gonna stir it so it can get cooked on all sides. Since I chopped it up in small pieces, it's not gonna take too long at all. So yeah, now my pasta water is boiling. I do have olive oil and salt in the pasta water. Make sure you salt your pasta water. Like that's like a really big deal. Do not be out here trying to boil no pasta. You ain't put no salt in the water, okay? That shit needs to taste like the Pacific Ocean. Like pour the fucking salt in the water. I'm using rotini pasta because the ridges is gonna hold my sauce, and also because I ran out of spaghetti. Cause usually all I use is spaghetti, but I ain't have no more. So yes, we're going to use rotini pasta for our dish today. Pour that in there. We're gonna stir it up, so the water can get all up in it. Then we're gonna cover that back up. We're gonna let that cook. Y'all know how to cook pasta. I don't gotta go into detail. So yeah, just boil the pasta. Alright, and we're gonna get back to the chicken. I'm gonna zoom in so y'all can see how good it look. Like, I wish we had smell-o-vision so y'all could smell it, okay? Because it smelled amazing. Alright, so now I'm about to just take the chicken and I'm gonna transfer it into a new bowl because we're gonna make our Alfredo sauce and we're gonna make it in the same exact skillet that we cooked the chicken in, because now we got all that chicken seasoning, it got that butter and that oil, it's already hot. So all the sauce is gonna do is just absorb all of that good flavor, okay? You understand where I'm coming from? Yes? Okay, cool. Had to make sure we're all on the same page here. So that's the chicken. I know this shit look good. I know. Y'all ain't gotta tell me. Y'all don't even have to tell me. So we're gonna take some butter. We're gonna throw that butter in the pan. At least I think that's what I'm about to do. Yep, I'm gonna throw the butter in the pan. We're gonna deglaze the bottom of it to get all those little tidbits, from up that's stuck at the bottom. We're gonna get all of those up, and that's gonna mix in with the sauce, and help the flavor. You see all the oil over there in the corner. Trust me, don't drain none of that shit. Okay, cook with it, cause it's worth it. You need it. We'll check on our pasta real quick. It's boiling. Stir it up. Make sure it ain't stuck to the bottom. It ain't stuck to each other. I'm gonna do a little pasta test. I'm gonna taste a little piece. It ain't done. We're gonna cover that back up. And now we're gonna move on to making our Alfredo sauce. So for my Alfredo sauce, I am using heavy whipping cream, okay? You can use whatever the fuck you want. Half and half. You wanna use some milk, you wanna use some light, you wanna use some lactose free. Go ahead. I'm using heavy whipping cream. Do I know how much I'm using? Absolutely not. Do I just know that I'm about to pour it into this hot pan? Yes, I do. That's all I'm gonna do. My air conditioner just came on. Hopefully y'all don't hear it. If y'all do, I'm sorry. Y'all see all that oil starting to puddle at the top? That's just flavor, okay? It's just good old fatty, oily, clog up your arteries flavor, okay? That's all that is. So we're gonna stir. And what y'all about to see through a lot of these clips is a lot of me and this spatula just stirring, because the last thing you want is to burn your milk product to have your milk product overflow, to have a whole bunch of fat at the top that you got to skim off. You don't want none of that, because all this, it's going to make it all curdly and chalky. It's not going to be silky on your tongue. You don't want that. So you're going to stir, stir, stir. And now I'm about to add a little bit of chicken broth because, you know, I want that little chicken flavor, a little twang. And now we're just going to sit here and we're going to watch the sauce start to, you know, bubble up. Add some seasoning. We're going to let it boil. That's all you got to do. Just let the shit boil, okay? And right here, my camera died, so I'm using my phone. But as you see, the sauce is coming to a boil, so we're going to drop that down to a simmer, okay? Once it gets here, drop it down to a simmer because, like I said, you don't want it to start curdling. Because once it curdles, it's dead. You got to remake all of it. Like, don't nobody want to have to remake the sauce. So just drop it down and make sure you just keep stirring it because you keep it from the bottom. So, right here, I'm adding a slurry. So just some flour water. That's going to help thicken it up. And, yeah, it's going to help thicken the sauce up. Or whatever. Like I said, keep stirring. Just keep stirring. As long as you keep stirring, you ain't gonna fuck it up. Alright? Promise you. Okay, so my phone died as I was trying to record a voice memo. So hopefully this sounds okay right here. But basically I ended up putting spinach into the sauce because spinach makes everything better. And you gotta have some vegetables with, you know, your food. So we added some spinach. We're gonna let that wilt down. And I also drained my pasta and I put some butter in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir it up so it doesn't get stuck, you know, to itself while it's sitting in the pot. I also put the burner back up on like a 4. It was like on simmer, but now it's turned back up. So we're gonna just let that spinach start to wilt down, and spinach doesn't take long to wilt. And now we're gonna pour our chicken back in. So about to get all of this mixed up together. This is gonna help the sauce change color as well because it's gonna pick up some of the color from the chicken. And yeah, we're gonna continue to stir. Like, what you're gonna notice throughout all of this is I be stirring because I don't want nothing to stick to the bottom. I don't want nothing to overflow. Now it's time to add the cheese. We are using some good old Parmesan cheese. Already shredded up in the bag. No, I ain't shredded by hand because who got time to do all of that? So you're gonna pour that in there, and guess what we about to do? We about to fucking stir, okay? I told y'all all we gonna do in this video is stir, okay? If you stir, you ain't gonna mess it up. I promise you. And so yeah, we gonna add that, stir it up. I'm gonna add some more. We gonna stir it up. So I use about a pack altogether. Yep, and this is just me adding some more of the Parmesan cheese, and I'm gonna stir all of that up, like I said, and it's gonna start to boil again, really. But that's really all I'm doing right here, so I'm not even gonna sit here and talk through it. Alright, so now I added my pasta, and we're gonna mix all of that up right on up together. And yeah, that's really it. Like, you're gonna mix it all up together. You're gonna let it, you know, sit for a little while so it can incorporate all of those flavors, and then you done. So yeah, it's very, very easy. It's very, very simple. Hopefully I didn't talk too much. Hopefully I didn't overcomplicate it. And that is how I made my Cajun chicken pasta, or Cajun chicken Alfredo pasta, whatever you want to call it. So thank y'all so much for watching. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, to like, to comment. And I will definitely try to get more of these cooking videos out for you because what else do I got to do, you know? So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.